It's broken, it's broken. The market has collapsed. There are so many people buying vegetables.
Around 10 a.m. on February 5th, the roof of the Renmin Road Market in Nan County, Yiyang City, Hunan Province, partially collapsed due to snow, covering an area of 1,000 square meters. Official reports stated that as of 1 p.m. on February 5th, all 14 trapped people had been found, but one person died after rescue efforts failed, and the remaining 13 people were injured and hospitalized. A video posted by a netizen on the X platform showed that the blue roof of the market collapsed and turned into pieces, and the iron frame also collapsed. Some people fell on the vegetable stalls of the farmer's market, and some were carried out. A netizen commented on X saying, "The number of deaths has been blocked." Chen Yuan, who runs a breakfast shop in the vegetable market, said that around 10:15 on February 5th, he was making breakfast for customers when he heard a loud noise and the scaffolding suddenly collapsed. The collapse process took less than 5 seconds. It was so fast, he said. Everyone was so scared that they ran inside the house and did not dare to run outside. After the roof of the vegetable market collapsed, Chen Yuan's pots and stoves were all smashed, incurring a loss of several thousand yuan. The owner of a grain, oil, and condiment store said that the ceiling collapsed with a bang. Fortunately, he was not injured, but some items in the store were crushed, causing a loss of several thousand yuan. Liu Hui, who runs a vegetable business under the shed, said that the collapse of the roof started from one side and gradually spread to the other side, causing some people who were buying and selling to run out. Ms. Chao, whom Liu Hui knew, died in the accident. Liu Hui said that Ms. Chao was in her 40s or 50s and sold vegetables in the market. Her stall was located almost in the middle under the shed. Liu Hui mentioned that the span of the shed is relatively large and the quality may not be very good. There are no beams or anything like that in the middle. He said he's never seen a support structure for the ceiling of the vegetable market, which is just a layer of steel plates. Wang Hong, who works in a shop on one side of the vegetable market, said that there are only some pillars on the two sides of the ceiling, which is very scary. Now they are still spread out in a mess. Netizens left messages saying, "Isn't this shed inspected every year? The Chinese New Year will be here in a few days. I hope everyone is safe and sound, and shoddy projects must be strictly investigated." "The roof is going to collapse. Go upstairs quickly. Go into the room. Don't come out. Don't come out. Don't come out. Do you see it? It's going to collapse. It's going to collapse." In addition to the roof collapse in Nan County, Hunan Province, on February 3rd, the roof of a tea house in Chizui-Shilo, Yongding District, Jiangjiajie, Hunan Province also collapsed due to heavy snow and freezing rain. The incident caused 22 people to be injured, 5 of whom were hospitalized, and 1 person was seriously injured. 17 others were hospitalized for observation. According to the official account, in the evening there are cultural heritage performances such as Xiangxi Hunan Exorcism, Sangzhi folk songs, and lantern operas in the old tea house. On the 4th, Ms. Lu, a tourist from Guangdong, said that she was next to the stage when the incident occurred. She said, "The incident occurred at 9 p.m. when the exorcism program had just finished, and some actors came on stage to perform folk songs. Because there were many people in the first performance, the shed was full of people."
Snow began to fall on top of the actor's head, and the roof began to fall down. Then someone said to run, so I pushed my friend and told him to run. When I pushed him to run, the roof just fell. It fell on top of my head and hit me on the shoulder. The collapse happened very quickly. It collapsed within 10 seconds. Many people called ambulances. There must have been at least 2.
It was not even half a year old when it was built, and it collapsed under the weight of the snow. The gymnasium collapsed like this. Some videos posted by netizens show that the roof of a gray-white building almost completely collapsed and was covered in snow. There were still some people watching at the scene of the accident. The video shows a gymnasium still under construction in Yangshannu District, Xinyang City, Henan Province. A collapse occurred at around 10 a.m. on February 3rd. According to people near the stadium, they heard a loud noise and thought it was someone setting off firecrackers, but it was louder than firecrackers, so they came out to take a look and found that the newly built stadium had collapsed. According to media reports, the stadium has been under construction for about 3 months and has not yet been completed. There were no workers present on the day of the incident, so there were no casualties. The Emergency Management Bureau of Xinjiang Yangshan New District stated that it was initially determined that it was crushed by heavy snow. Relevant departments and project leaders have gone to the scene to deal with it and have eliminated items with safety hazards. At present, the snow is too heavy and the stadium cannot be repaired immediately. They will later reinforce the stadium ceiling. After the news came out, it triggered heated discussions among Chinese netizens. Many people complained that it's shoddy construction. Is there any use? Do the builders and supervisors need to be held liable? What is surprising is that the official did not reinforce the roof of the stadium, but sent out excavators to bulldoze the collapsed stadium overnight, as if a stadium had never been built there. Someone commented, "It's like going back to before the liberation overnight." In addition, on February 4th, the third cafeteria of the West Campus of Yangtze University in Jingzhou, Hubei Province collapsed. In the pictures posted online, there is a red-lettered sign reading "Number 3 Canteen of Yangtze University West Campus" hanging above the collapsed building. There is thick snow on the surrounding roads, and a cordon has been set up around the canteen. It can be seen from the picture that the top of the canteen has collapsed, the wall on one side of the door is tilted inward, and part of the door has completely detached and collapsed into the interior of the canteen. As the Lunar New Year approaches, southern China is plagued by heavy snowfall. According to the official meteorological station, the 0°C temperature line will press southward to South China. The Jianghuai region bore the heaviest snowfall, which is common in central and eastern Hubei, southern Anhui, and central and northern Jiangsu. Heavy snowfall and severe snowstorm is expected in some areas. This rain and snow is not only strong in intensity, but also extremely complex mixed precipitation. Rain, snow, ice pellets, freezing rain, thunder and snow, almost everything. The heavy snowfall in the south caused the roofs of many buildings to collapse under the weight of the snow. Analysts believe that in order to save costs, some unscrupulous builders use inferior materials, ignore specifications, and even engage in corruption, sacrificing the strength, stability, durability, and other properties of the building, ultimately resulting in shoddy projects. The design and construction of these projects did not fully take into account the impact of possible natural disasters and did not take preventative measures. As a result, when encountering disasters such as heavy rain, snow, earthquakes, and floods, damage or collapse occurs. In fact, shoddy projects are quite common in mainland China. A video posted by a netizen on the platform X showed that on February 3rd, citizens of Luoyang, Henan Province set off fireworks in the downtown area, causing a hole in the insulation layer of a building and leaving burns on the wall. The local community responded and is already dealing with it. The firecracker seller has a certificate. Netizens said, "The quality of the fireworks is so good, but the quality of the houses is so bad." Previously, on the morning of December 25, 2023, a wedding was being held in the banquet hall of a hotel in Shanzhou District, Sanmenxiao City, Henan Province. Before the bride arrived, the ceiling of the banquet hall suddenly collapsed, causing many injuries. As can be seen in the video, the tableware and chopsticks have been placed on the dining table in the hall, and a few dishes have been served. Suddenly, the crystal chandelier area is filled with dust, the ceiling collapses, and chaos erupts. At the same time, in Putuo District, Shanghai, another construction project quality problem triggered protests from owners. On December 1, 2023, Chinese media reported that due to construction quality issues, the Suho Wang project developed by Jianfa Real Estate in Putuo District, Shanghai, received joint complaints from 500 owners. Suho Wang was scheduled to be delivered in December 2023. The unit price of this commercial housing community is around 100,000 yuan. In mid-October 2023, the developer invited the owners to conduct a preview of the house. The owners found that not only the indoor construction workmanship was rough, but there was also widespread water leakage problems in the house. Water and electricity were not connected in many places. It was obviously not yet completed. However, according to relevant regulations and requirements, the prerequisite for previewing houses is that all construction contents should be completed at the project site in accordance with the construction design documents, water and electricity supply should be met, and the quality check for each unit should be completed. The owners also discovered that their window frames had some damage, and the decorative strips on the window frames were not normal building materials at all, but EPS foam. If it falls in the future, such a tall building would definitely have serious safety issues. However, both the sales announcement and the sales contract stated that except for the majority of the exterior wall decoration, the local materials should be stone, metal beams, and aluminum plates. There was no mention of foam materials at all. In addition, in July 2023, some owners of Jingsha Lefu in the West Coast New District of Qingdao, Shandong, reported that the Jingsha Lefu Area A project undertaken by China Construction 8th Engineering Bureau 4th Construction Company Limited was suspected of having quality problems with unqualified concrete strength testing, resulting in the failure of the house to be delivered as scheduled. The Jingsha Yefu real estate project is located in the West Coast New District of Qingdao City, only 15 kilometers away from the urban area and not far from the Jingsha Tan scenic area. Since 2019, the Jingsha Yefu project has been trending on Weibo due to substandard concrete and owners issuing a letter to collectively suspend loans. The property became the focus of public opinion many times. According to Ms. Zhang, the owner of Jingsha Yefu community, in May 2021, she purchased a residence with an area of about 100 square meters at the Jingsha Yefu community for a total price of 2.2 million yuan. When she purchased it, the first phase of the project had been capped. It was originally agreed that the finishings would be delivered in September 2022, but it has never been delivered. Starting in 2022, the owner discovered that there were many problems in the building, including cracks on the facade and mold spots inside the house. In mainland China, shoddy projects are not the only problem. Recently, people in Chongqing revealed that the manhole cover of a sewer in Xiushan County, Chongqing City, was suspected to be made of bamboo sticks instead of steel bars. On January 28th, a video posted on the internet in mainland China showed a circular sewer manhole cover that broke and exposed the bamboo sticks inside it. The bamboo sticks supporting the manhole cover broke with a touch. Next to the manhole cover is the sewer, which was covered with black mud. Chinese media reported that on January 28th, Mr. Long, a pseudonym, who witnessed the incident, said that he drove a truck through Tingchang Street that day. After the vehicle passed by, the manhole cover of the sewer was crushed, and he immediately got out of the car. After checking, he saw bamboo sticks exposed from the manhole cover. He said, "I find it strange. Shouldn't it be steel bars?" Mr. Long said that his car was not overweight, but it was the first time that the manhole cover was broken. The manhole cover is marked with the manufacturer's name. A representative of the manufacturer said that the manhole cover shown in the video is a lightweight manhole cover made of composite fiber and is suitable for places where large vehicles do not pass by, such as on greenbelts. The staff member also said that the manhole cover produced by the company were certified by national standards. She believed that the manhole covers were broken because the vehicle was overweight, or the manhole covers were in disrepair, or the construction party placed the manhole covers in the wrong position. She said, "So it is very important to choose the right model of manhole cover at the beginning of construction." After the incident attracted attention, on the 29th, the local Housing and Development Committee intervened in the investigation. In response, some netizens lamented, "What a profit, bamboo replaces iron rods." Some netizens left messages saying, "This is a black heart, how frightening. Does this mean that we have opened Pandora's box? There must be more than one manhole cover made of bamboo." Some netizens also ridiculed, "Don't ask about new technology. I know, new high-tech materials are actually bamboo." Advanced technology, leading craftsmanship. Another Chinese media reported that some unscrupulous businesses have adopted some irresponsible practices in order to reduce the cost of manufacturing sewer covers. Although conventional sewer manhole covers are usually made of cement and steel bars that meet quality standards, some unscrupulous businesses have adopted the method of slimming steel bars, which is to forcibly draw the steel bars thinner to reduce costs. What's even more shocking is that some unscrupulous businesses even gave up using slimming steel bars and used bamboo strips to further save costs. Considering that manhole covers usually need to withstand the heavy pressure of vehicles and pedestrians, this kind of manhole cover with bamboo bars as the main support obviously poses a huge safety hazard. In fact, problems with sewer covers in mainland China are common. In October 2023, a netizen posted a message in Dongxiang Fuzhou City, Jiangxi Province. The broken sewer manhole cover at the intersection of Dongxiang Avenue and Hangzhou Road has been damaged for so long and no one has dealt with it. People come and go in the park every day, and car tires are being broken on it. A similar situation occurred before. In February 2022, in Yibin, Sichuan, a highway manhole cover suddenly burst. An elderly couple fell into the hole and were later rescued. In August 2019, in Junyi, Guizhou, a 3-year-old boy accidentally stepped on a damaged manhole cover on the road. The manhole cover cracked instantly, and the child fell into the manhole. Dad was stunned on the spot. After a few seconds, he quickly climbed down the manhole to save the child, but the child's mother was so frightened that she collapsed on the ground. Later, the child's father pulled the child up. At that time, the child was soaked all over and had minor scratches on his legs and hands. Fortunately, he was not seriously injured. The father took the child into his arms, and the mother instantly broke down and cried. In May 2019, a pregnant woman in Shenzhen accidentally stepped on a loose manhole cover and fell in. Fortunately, someone passed by behind and pulled her up in time. He also helped call an ambulance. She was taken to a nearby hospital and received 5 stitches. These shoddy projects are built with inferior materials and look just like buildings built with genuine materials. However, when disaster strikes, they become the killers of ordinary people. In fact, China's so-called Tofu-Dreg projects are emerging one after another. Chinese media reported that shoddy construction includes river embankments that can be kicked open, balconies that were blown away by strong winds, walls about 5 centimeters thick that can be pierced by a key, and embankments built with reed poles instead of steel bars, a highway whose subgrade was revealed in just 18 days of use, and a railway line with a total investment 2.3 billion yuan that even builders didn't dare to sit on. Wu Zuolai, a political commentator and independent scholar living in California, also said that cutting corners reflects the large amount of corruption and kickbacks in the construction industry. If the builder does not cut corners, there will be no profit. If the construction party has a government background, the inspection would pass with a handshake. Therefore, it is difficult to guarantee the quality of the project. Some analysts believe that the corruption problems of officials at all levels of the Chinese Communist Party is like the spread of late-stage cancer cells. It has penetrated deeply into all walks of life and all strata of Chinese society, and is constantly eroding the wealth created by the hard work of the people. This corruption phenomenon manifests itself as a systemic problem that is difficult to completely eradicate.